making me nervous, and I'm nervous.
Todd Dewey's looking to shatter the company record books.
It's been a while since Ice Road Truckers stopped production and apparently left your TV screens for good. However, during the 10 years it was on air, it broke History Channel's audience records and became a very firm favorite with viewers. Watching cast members traverse dangerous ice-covered pathways is obviously a concept enthralling for many people. Nonetheless, what is seen in the show also raises many questions. The most common might be regarding the truckers' salaries. Are they paid enough to risk their lives that way? Do the truckers have any other jobs while they're not on the road? Where and how do they live? Keep with us to know the answers. Back in 2007, more than 3 million people watched the premiere of Ice Road Truckers. At the time, it was history's leading show, surpassing by far the audience of any other show the network ever aired until then. So, knowing how successful Ice Road Truckers was, normal people assume its cast was paid more than well for their appearances. However, this is false, as the truckers were actually paid close to zero for their services. What is the reason? Ice Road Truckers is the concept of Original Production, a company based in California, which also produces several other shows for History, Discovery, and Spike. However, regardless of how many projects the company produces, it's known that the salaries they provide are not necessarily generous. A simple reminder how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either iPhone Max, iPad mini, or MacBook Pro. It's really your choice. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Following the testimony of a company's former worker, John Lawrence, Original Productions usually have very limited budgets for its show and don't spare too much on paying its casts. What's the reward for appearing then? Sometimes it's visibility. Other times it's just the renown that appearing in an internationally renowned series can give a business, which cast members are almost always involved in. Nonetheless, even if it's certain that the cast of Ice Road Truckers is not paid too much for appearing in the show, they're still paid normal ice trucker salaries by their employers. Reportedly, a normal first-year trucker earns an average $50,000 per year. Their salary increases as they gain more experience on the road, and team truckers and veterans are said to gain as much as $70,000 per year. Not exactly over-generous. Though these salaries are attractive for everyone, Ice Road Truckers are paid even more. While a beginner ice trucker earns as much as $50,000 per year, a veteran can earn over $100,000 plus expenses while on the road. Perhaps still not overly generous considering the risks taken. Why don't all truckers earn the same? The difference in salary lies in the fact that Ice Road Truckers are exposed to a higher degree of danger, having to continue driving through the harsh wintry season. Many roads can be covered in ice, seriously hindering the work of these drivers and potentially putting their lives at risk. It's noteworthy that usually an ice trucker works by season, not the entire year. This means they can sometimes also take other jobs when it's not winter or simply enjoy their free time. Besides the driving conditions, the trucker salaries also depend on the cargo. Reportedly, one trucker can even earn over $250,000 per year if they transport very valuable merchandise. Knowing this, it's easy to understand where the drivers from Ice Road Truckers get their income from. The following are some of the most famous cast members who have a notable net worth. Alex is probably the most well-known cast member of Ice Road Truckers, and with good reason. He was the only trucker who was in the show for the entirety of its 11 seasons, which added to his entertaining personality and positioned him as a fan favorite. Alex started working very early in his teens in a local shop, but when offered a position as a worker in a nearby coal mine, Alex accepted right away. Over the course of years, Alex had several other jobs, including as a bouncer in a nightclub. Although it wasn't until years later that Alex tried his hand at truck driving, he was already well known in his town due to his hardworking ethic and charisma. It's for this that History's producers didn't have any doubt when they chose him as part of the show. Nonetheless, Alex's family is just as out of the ordinary as he is. He married Louise in the early 1970s, and together they've welcomed 11 children. In 2010, he also debuted as an author with the book The King of the Road, Tales from a Legendary Ice Road Trucker. As a result of his long career as a trucker and a short stint as an author, Alex Dobogorski's net worth is estimated at over $400,000. Alex Hugh left Ice Road Truckers in the 9th season. He's undeniably one of the most memorable drivers to ever appear in the series. Also known to the viewers as Polo Bear, Hugh started trucking when he was still a teenager, searching for any way to earn money. As time passed, he ultimately fell in love with the job and stuck with it for decades, despite the fact that he also now owns a construction company on the side that probably provides for him well enough. Aside from the truck he drives, he also owns several other trucks he usually rents out. Unfortunately, in 2014, Hugh Rowland was hurt in a serious accident when he was in the co-pilot seat of a truck the Ice Road Truckers producer Will Morrison was driving at the time. As his injuries apparently impeded him from continuing working as a trucker, he filed a lawsuit against the show's production team. While there's no recent updates about the case, this is what ultimately led to his exit from the reality series. Hugh Rowland has an estimated net worth of $2 million, resulting from both his career as a trucker and the businesses he owns. Lisa Kelly is surely not the only woman to ever appear in the show, but she's certainly the one who stuck the longest with it. Her first appearance in Ice Road Truckers was in the 3rd season, and although for some reason Lisa didn't come back in the 6th season, she returned a season later and then remained until the show ended in 2017. Before becoming a trucker, Lisa attended the Michigan-based Cornerstone University, but left after only 1 semester and started working as a bus driver, which was the job that ultimately led her to try her luck as a driver in Alaska and the Yukon. While Lisa Kelly wasn't paid a lot for appearing in Ice Road Truckers, her popularity throughout the years the show was on air was immense. Her official Facebook page now has over 600,000 likes, and she's been contracted to promote truck-related brands. Despite the fame she's achieved through the show and its spin-off Deadliest Roads, Lisa Kelly remains humble and often interacts with fans on her social media accounts and attends public meetings with them. Nowadays, she has an estimated net worth of over $500,000. Rick was one of the original truckers who appeared in the first 2 seasons of Ice Road Truckers. He took a break from the show and then came back in the 5th season only to leave again a year later. While his presence in the show was on and off, he's certainly well remembered for his blue mohawk and general sense of style. His bad guy personality is also one of the features that stands out the most, which led him to become a fan favorite. Despite all of that, Rick certainly doesn't have as good an opinion about the show as his former fellow truckers, which is the reason he ended up leaving Ice Road Truckers. In his words, he wasn't too happy with the way he was portrayed in it, insisting that while his attitude might be brash sometimes, it's not as bad as the series made it seem. Rick also insists that he has no future on TV and that the money he has gained from trucking was invested in his company. Though there's no information about Rick's investments, his company, or anything he's currently doing, his net worth is estimated at over $600,000. Daryl didn't join Ice Road Truckers from the start, but he was surely one of the most memorable truckers on it. When he first appeared in the 6th season as Lisa Kelly's trucking partner, Daryl quickly gained the hearts of viewers with his professionalism and kind personality. He loved to go hiking, hunting, and fishing, which were hobbies fitting in with his adrenaline seeker personality. However, Daryl was also characterized for helping fellow truckers in need, and also for being a casual firefighter in his community. Coming from a family of truckers, it's normal that Daryl chose the same career path for himself. In reality, by the time he debuted in Ice Road Truckers, he had over 30 years experience in the field. Unfortunately, the show's 9th season was the last for him. On August 28, 2016, he was killed in a plane crash in Nevada, along with his co-pilot of name unknown. The reason for the accident still hasn't been determined by the National Transportation Safety Board. However, even if Daryl's death was sad and unfortunate, his son is continuing his legacy by becoming a trucker as well. At the time of his death, Daryl Ward's estimated net worth was over $500,000. Regardless of the fact that he was one of the youngest truck drivers in the show, Todd Dewey definitely had enough experience to be part of Ice Road Truckers when he joined in the 7th season. Todd's earliest experience with a truck goes back to when he was only 12 years old and his father showed him how to release the brakes of a truck. This was some sort of revelation for Todd, who as soon as he was 18 years old started putting into practice everything he already knew about the trucking occupation. Fast forward to 2013 when he joined the cast of Ice Road Truckers, and Todd had over 16 years of experience driving over ice. When it's not winter season, Todd also drives logging trucks in the mountains. While both jobs are extremely dangerous, Todd affirms that he loves being a trucker no matter what season he drives in. For him, it's pleasing to be able to face the challenges that his profession entails, while at the same time providing essential assistance to those living in remote communities. Todd usually attends trucking conventions and fan meetings in countries such as Scotland and Ireland, in addition to promoting renowned brands specialized in his profession. Nowadays, Todd Dewey has an estimated net worth of over $500,000. It's impossible to talk about Ice Road Truckers without mentioning the man who narrates it. However, his voice isn't all that Tom Beers gives to the show. He's also one of its producers. Tom started his career as a producer in the 1990s with his company Original Productions, having previously worked for Paramount syndicated television. In total, he has been in charge of producing over 40 TV series, including Discovery's Deadliest Catch and Spike's 1000 Ways to Die. As expected, Tom Beers' achievements as a producer have positioned him as a big name in Hollywood, so it's not surprising to find that he has an estimated net worth of over $25 million. All in all, Ice Road Truckers affected not only the life of the cast, but also the production crews and the people who season after season tune into the History Channel. Will the show ever come back? That's uncertain for now, though many loyal viewers have been waiting for it since 2017, and that's proof enough of how touching these truckers' lives and stories on the road have had on people who revel in this portrayal of an adventurous and therefore often dangerous occupation. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.